From is a TV show packed with suspense and mystery, but what made this show really popular aren't the scenes with the monsters. They're the scenes that completely caught us off guard, moments filled with emotion. This is why, in today's video, I'm going to share my top 10 most heartbreaking scenes from the series. We start this list with Tabitha going back to Fromville, especially the scene when the ambulance stops because a tree is blocking the road. The reason I've added this scene is because of the mental toll it took on Tabitha. She had just escaped that hellish place, only to realize she would return. For the other people in the ambulance, this is just a tree in the road, but for Tabitha, it feels like a death sentence. She knows that night is coming, and she also knows that no one there will believe her. So in my opinion, this absolutely deserves a spot as one of the most emotional scenes in the series. At number 9, we have Nathan's death. I must admit that I placed this scene here after rewatching Season 3 because the first time I saw it, it didn't affect me at all. I was even a little glad that Sara killed her brother. In my opinion, it was what she deserved after trying to kill little Ethan. But after seeing Sara's incredible redemption arc, I feel extraordinarily bad for her. I never thought I would like this character so much. The writers did a wonderful job with her. That's why Sara killing her brother became so devastating. She was just trying to help. She knew it was wrong to kill Ethan. We saw her struggle during her conversation with Christy. But she decided to take all that pain upon herself if it meant everyone could go home. We saw a similar situation when she tortured Elgin. Sara knew that Elgin wouldn't give up Fatima's location without real harm, so she spared Boyd from doing it. She took that sin on herself. We continue with the massacre of the previous cycle. We always knew that Victor was the sole survivor, but actually seeing a young child walking among all those dead bodies made me sympathize with him even more. That was the moment when I truly realized what he had gone through all those years. How he tried to bury all those people. How he moved the cars. How he survived alone through the nights. When you take all of this into account, Victor being this normal is something extraordinarily impressive. If I had lived the way he did, I would probably be even more awkward and unstable. The number 7 spot is taken by the scene when Boyd kills Abby. That scene made me really respect Boyd because that place took everything he cared about. It forced him to kill his own wife, and because of that, his son stopped talking to him. And yet, instead of collapsing, Boyd didn't let that place break him. He continued his role as a leader, keeping everyone safe and trying to get them home, all while carrying that guilt. At number 6, I would place the opening scene of the series with the little girl opening the window for the monster. The reason this is so high is because it completely caught me by surprise. I even flinched. Many of my friends I recommended the show to didn't even get past this scene because of how shocking it was. Even if we didn't get another horror moment like that first one, it still set the tone for the entire series. That's why I placed it so high. Next up is Father Khatri's death. This wasn't just a normal character death. This was the death of the sense of safety the main characters usually have. That's why it caught me off guard, because I considered Khatri one of the main characters, so I didn't expect him to die so early. This also happens after we learn his backstory. His character is built on redemption. He's not a perfect priest. He carries guilt from his past, and you can see that everything he does in Fromville is his way of making up for it. And don't even get me started on the impact it has on Boyd. After Abby, Boyd was already broken, and Khatri was one of the few things holding him together. The number 4 spot is taken by Frank's death in the box. I don't even know what's more tragic about this scene, the fact that the whole town took part and everyone knew what was going to happen, or the fact that Frank voluntarily entered the box. What makes this scene even more heartbreaking is knowing exactly what's coming. Hearing the monsters outside. It's one of the cruelest ways to die in the entire show. There's no fight, just waiting. And that anticipation is what makes it so brutal. The number 3 spot is taken by the man in yellow killing Jim. If I wasn't expecting Father Khatri to be killed, then imagine my surprise when I saw Jim die. This moment makes it clear that nobody is safe, and I'm sure we'll see more major deaths in the future. There's no way all of them will make it home safely. Even though I found Jim annoying at first, on rewatches I started to understand his character more and his actions began to make sense. He genuinely tried to do better, and seeing him die after all the effort he made makes his death even more tragic. But what shocked me the most is how fast it happens. His death feels abrupt and unfinished. There's no satisfying arc, no real resolution to his journey. It just ends. In second place, we have the only positive scene on this list, the moment when Victor reunites with his father. You have to remember, Victor didn't just lose his family, he lost his entire childhood. He grew up alone in that place, surrounded by death, trauma, and silence. No guidance, no comfort, no one to protect him. So when he finally sees his father again, you're not just watching a reunion. You're watching a child who never got the chance to be one, finally getting a piece of that back. Victor hasn't emotionally developed the way others have. Even as an adult, he still carries himself like that scared little boy. So the moment he reunites with his dad, it feels like time collapses. He's not a grown man meeting his father. He's a child finding safety again. And that's what makes it so powerful. Then there's the father's perspective. For him, Victor wasn't just gone. He was probably assumed dead. So this moment isn't just emotional for Victor. It's a miracle for his dad. And for the most heartbreaking scene in From, we have something we can all agree deserves the #1 spot, Tian Chen's death. She didn't deserve that ending. She's one of the few purely good characters in the show. In a series where everyone is flawed, broken, or morally compromised, Tian Chen stands out. She doesn't harm, she just tries to help. Even when Sara took her things, Tian Chen was hurt, but she didn't lash out the way Kenny did when he destroyed Sara's most precious belonging. Tian Chen represents warmth and normality in a place that has almost none left. She wasn't just Kenny's mother, she was like a grandmother to the whole town, especially to Ethan and Jade. And let's not forget Kenny, he lost both of his parents there. Now he's completely alone in that horrific place. Boyd is too busy dealing with everything that's happening. Christy has Marielle back, but Kenny is left on his own. With that, we conclude our top 10 most emotional scenes so far in the series. Let me know in the comments which moment affected you the most, and whether you think Season 4 will bring something even more heartbreaking.